Hello, and welcome to this presentation sponsored by the NATA Research and Education Foundation and the Free Communications Committee on tips and tricks for submitting a mixed methods abstract to the Free Communications Program. Today, we will review the methodology of a mixed methods submission. We will then go through the abstract submission elements. We'll talk about some common do's and don'ts and some common reasons for rejection. So let's go ahead and introduce myself. So I am Tamerah Hunt, and I will be our facilitator for this session. I am currently the MS in Kinesiology Program Director for the Concentration in Athletic Training at Georgia Southern University. I've been a member of the Free Communications Committee for 4 years, and I really look at research that examines the intersection of concussion and socioeconomic status. Therefore, I commonly use both quantitative, qualitative, and mixed methods techniques. So let's get started. As a methodology, mixed methods involves several philosophical assumptions that guide the direction and collection and analysis of data and the mixture of qualitative and quantitative data in a single study or series of studies. The key aspect to this method is that you're not just using quantitative or qualitative approaches. You're actually using the combination that's going to give us a better understanding of the research that neither one of them can do by themselves. So again, I want to reiterate that you are taking these common tools, quantitative and qualitative, and using both to extract the strengths of each technique and diminish the weaknesses within a single study. You want to make sure that you clearly explain the rationale for using a mixed methods design rather than just saying, I did a survey research that is qualitative in nature, but I also use quantitative data to get this approach. So how do I actually integrate both of these techniques to find out what we're trying to study? So within your abstract submission, you want to make sure that you include a title. Your title should be in title case, and it should be very brief and clearly describe the abstract. When we look at your context should contain 1 to 2 sentences that state the rationale of the study and the purpose of your study. This is really the background and honestly the so what to your study. Why do we care? Why are you doing the study? When we look at the methods, this is probably the biggest area that we want to focus on. Within your methods for a mixed methods design, you want to start with the study design. This should be specifically labeled as the type of mixed methodology. For example, a sequential exploratory mixed methods design would be appropriate in that section. You then want to describe your environment. The environment is going to be, did this happen on a college campus? Did it happen at a community recreation department? So moving on, you really want to look at the target population. This target population should include demographic information to be able to assess the participants' generalizability, as well as a sampling technique used to obtain these participants. Did you use snowball sampling? Did you use purposeful sampling? When you move into your procedures should include the timing of the intervention, the mode of qualitative and quantitative administration, and how the phases of each research were conducted. The mode of qualitative, you use semi-structured interviews? Did you use focus groups? The mode of quantitative administration, did you do surveys? Did you do quantitative surveys using Qualtrics, or did you do paper and pencil surveys? So how did you actually obtain the data? When you talk through your instruments, it is also crucial for you to input whether or not the instrument has been validated in the sample that you're using it on. If you are developing a new instrument, how was that developed? How was it adapted? And then how was it validated on the new items that you might have adapted and or the population that you're using? Lastly, within the procedures, you must include how the data was integrated. You should ensure that you state how you integrated both aspects of the data and how that will be analyzed. Each portion of the data collected needs to be explained on how you are going to analyze and then integrate. The results should include what you found. You can include individually each component, but in order to be a mixed methods design, you must talk about how to integrate both techniques into your results. The conclusions then should be aligned with your results and state your clinical relevance for our population. You will also want to include a key take-home message that is intended for social media that is 120 characters or less. It should be concise and can be used to support the research on social media. Be aware that the word count for a mixed methods research submission is 600 words. Common do's and don'ts, you want to make sure that you're explaining the type of mixed methods design. You also want to explain how quantitative and qualitative data were integrated. What philosophical approach are you using? How are both techniques going to enhance each other? The abstract should be presented in a way that the reader understands how the qualitative and quantitative data were integrated. If there's no integration of the data points, it is not a mixed methods design. Further, you want to explain how the instrument was developed or state how it was previously validated, or sources that validated the instrument. You want to explain the phases of research and how each methodology, quantitative and quantitative, are used to enhance the findings. And honestly, the best do that we have is to make sure that you're thinking about this while you're starting your study. Think about the methodology and decide whether this is the most appropriate methodology before completing the study. Some don'ts. Please do not just state that this is a mixed method study without clearly identifying the type of mixed methods. Just because you are doing both a qualitative aspect of interviews and a quantitative survey gathering data doesn't mean that it's a mixed methods methodology. You want to make sure that you are describing how to integrate both pieces to enhance the study. Do not underutilize your word count. Within qualitative and mixed methods research, we want you to explain how you did it, what you did, and what you found. And to do this, we have increased the word count to 600 words. Make sure that you provide the qualitative data to support the study in detail. And please do not provide a mixed methods rationale for 2 independent data collection procedures. Some common reasons for rejection include the information requested within the structured heading is not provided. There has been an overall poor quality and clarity of writing. The study is not designed as a mixed methods design, but it would rather be suited as either a qualitative or a survey study. There was no integration of the qualitative and quantitative aspects of the study. Your sampling techniques and/or response rates are omitted. And then the instrumentation is not well established. There was no mention of whether the development or adaptation or the reliability or validity of the instrument is not or poorly explained. At this point, we would ask that you please review the 2022 peer review track instructions for detailed abstract formatting instructions. So I thank you so much for your time and for listening to this. And we wish you the best of luck. Please remember that abstract submissions open September 15th and close on November 1st. Good luck.